As relates to safety issues, so I know they wrote in a line statement that we did not do anything about the safety here at Thornton Township. Anybody that personally knows me know that safety is my top priority.
We need an obligation to the residents to be transparent and accountable. And if we focus on transparency and accountability and less on bingo, excuse me, can you call her? She's out of order. Oh, that's your friend. She can't have Can you call me and we tell you to calm down? Like you always
The chaos surrounding Thornton Township has been a growing concern for both officials and residents alike. And thanks to this insightful interview conducted by the Lansing Journal, Melanie has been doing great work covering this and kind of staying above the nonsense. She was able to talk to Trustee Carmen Carlisle. And we've been given an inside look into the troubling dynamics plaguing these township meetings and what Trustee Carlisle is dealing with, combined with what we all see in these recent meetings, paints a picture of total chaos, an atmosphere dominated by disruption, safety concerns, and a struggle for control. It's getting out of hand. It's probably been out of hand for a very long time. We're gonna check out a little bit of this article and kind of break some of this stuff down because I think it's pretty crazy, to say the least. So the ongoing chaos in Thornton Township meetings has reached ridiculously chaotic levels, right? And at the center of all this is Keith Price, the township food pantry manager. He is one of the last allies for Supervisor Tiffany Hanyard. And over the last couple of months, Price has played a key role in contributing to the disorder that has taken over these meetings. So you see what Trustee Carlisle had to say. She explained that she has concerns for her safety ever since that she's been speaking out against Tiffany Hanyard. She has filed an order of protection against the food pantry manager, Keith Price. An order of protection. Why is this happening? Well, if you've been checking out the meetings over the last couple of months, you'll notice that he has a bit of aggressive behavior. He does interrupt. He does deal in confrontations. He was yelling at Trustee Gonzalez a couple of meetings ago. He has been sued by the trustee's son, ex-trustee, Jerry Jones' son, for intimidation, for yelling at him while he was working, denying him overtime, all because someone called OSHA for mice in the food pantry. Keith Price didn't appreciate that, and he started to single him out and give him a hard time to the point where he had to quit. And now he's currently suing the township. The September 24th meeting of Thornton Township Board reached new levels of chaos, and Carlisle and Gonzalez expressed concern for resident safety as well as their own. I did reach out to the administration with my concerns, said Carlisle. I was told pretty much that no one was in danger except Supervisor Hanyard. So I guess that's the most important person. Who cares about anybody else? But I think that's untrue. When you have a room full of chaos, everyone is in danger. I don't know if anyone has a weapon. Carlisle asked the administration to reach out to the firm that provides security guards at the township meetings and ask him to put together a safety plan. She is unsure if the security firm was ever contacted. So if you guys are familiar, the meeting that was supposed to happen a couple of days ago was canceled due to what Gonzalez and Carlisle is saying, safety concerns. Tiffany Hanyard had a different view, different perspective on that, but she did address the safety concerns. And the man that is in charge of the safety, the man that is supposed to coordinate keep everyone safe, is the man that this trustee has filed a restraining order against. Keith Price, the food pantry manager, is going to be the one trying to take care of the security concerns. Let me show you again what he had to say about it.
So I just want to clear it up for those that keep lying about we didn't have any safety measures. I'm going to have Keith Price speak to that. He was the person that handled the safety issues. We have it in writing for the news. If anybody wants it, we can give you a copy of it so you can take it with you and you can clear up the misleading information that the imposter has gave you. So Keith Price, you have the floor to talk about the safety issue.
Madam Supervisor, residents, staff, when informed about safety concerns, I immediately reached out to Rob and told him we needed to handle this as best as we could. We requested security at each door. They wanted metal detectors on such short notice. We asked them, could they have wands? I'm sure most of you all got wine today. That's the first time. So we did start putting things in place. We had correspondence with the actual security company, and they gave several different layouts. The main thing was to make sure all doors were covered so no one could go up and let somebody in after coming through the main entrance door and being warned. So we did take those matters seriously and started working on them immediately. If many of you remember, the supervisor had concerns about safety because there was a lot of attacks on her. The board would not comply. They still made her go downstairs. This room is the safest room because it's easy to control, and the elected official has 2 doors that they can exit out of if the meeting did get out of control.
I'll put the link in the description below so you guys can read the entire article. They're talking about a lot of other parts of the meeting and what is necessary for the Thornton Township to move forward. But the problem is, if you can't get safety concerns taken care of, it's going to be difficult to conduct business. It's going to be difficult to try to work together to try to make things right for the residents here. So one of the most concerning aspects of these meetings is the environment of fear and intimidation that has been created. Some may say it's a culture that was brought in there on purpose. If you do not agree with the super mayor, you will have a difficult time being there. So Trustee Carlisle, in an interview with the Lansing Journal, explained how her concerns about safety have escalated since speaking out against Haynard and her supporters. Carlisle was alarmed by Price's behavior. That's why she is filing the order of protection against him, deciding that he's disruptive, he's confrontational. Keith Price has been the subject of multiple lawsuits based on it seemed like he has some issue controlling his temper. So this is not just disagreements about policy, it's about creating an atmosphere that makes it difficult for others to feel safe, to be heard, to actually get work done. If this is a constant back and forth where people are worried about what's going on and people can't even speak at the podium during public comments without someone approaching them, the stairs by Haynard's boyfriend, it is creating a very toxic environment that nothing gets done. So when you say Carlisle's concerns are justified, as she points out, when you are in a room full of chaos, everyone is in danger, not just the supervisor. These meetings have devolved in such a toxic environment that it's impossible to know what can happen next. With all the tempers are flaring, the interruptions being the norm, the tensions are running high, people are not able to calm down. So it's easy to see why Carlisle and others are worried about the potential for violence and dangerous outbursts. At this point, in my opinion, and I think the opinions of others, Keith Price has a well-established reputation as being a bully, someone who used his position and his loud voice to dominate and silence others. His behavior has not only contributed to the disruption of these meetings, but also instilled fear in those who oppose his super mayor, Tiffany Haynard. So Price's history of intimidating people, bullying people, it's all evident. Just check out the lawsuits that he's involved in. So you see now they have the trustees, Gonzalez and Carlisle, trying to introduce reforms that will benefit the township, such as a whistleblower protection policy and measures to increase transparency. But however, their efforts have been met with frequent interruptions and outbursts. And it's going to continue that because I think at this point, Haynard's biggest ally is going to continue to push the needle, continue to try to find ways to make things difficult for the trustees who do not agree with the super mayor. So instead of productive meetings where the business of the township can be handled, these sessions have turned into the spectacles of disorder have we been seeing for the last couple of weeks. The focus is no longer on the government, but now it's just how to survive the chaos. Community members have raised concerns about the lack of transparency and its disruptive behavior seen at these meetings. Many people are losing trust in their leaders, and the ongoing chaos only serves to deepen that frustration. Right now, I'm not sure when the rescheduled meeting is going to happen, but I'm sure it will be, and hopefully we'll be able to cover it. Thornton Township's meetings have become the symbol of dysfunction and chaos, driven in large part by Tiffany Haynard herself. She creates this environment, and then the allies like Keith Price and the Dot Sky come in and continue to push that level of chaos forward, and is leaving the other officials struggling to restore that order. As the township continues to navigate this nonsense, it is clear that significant changes are needed to ensure that meetings can once again be a place for productive discourse and not chaos. But we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Probably they're going to have this meeting again sometime next week. I'm not sure. I'll let you know when I do. What do you guys think about this story? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.